For this question, let's set u to be equal to root x. So we're using substitution. This is the same thing as x to the power of half. So differentiate this, half comes out, reduce the power by 1. And this is then the same thing as, because it's minus a half, you can write that as 1 over 2 x to the half, or because x to the half is just u, this is then just 1 over 2u. So du dx is 1 over 2u, therefore dx is equal to 2u du. Now we can sub stuff in, so this becomes 2 all over, so we have x here. We know that u is equal to root x, so we can then say that u squared is equal to x. So this x becomes u squared. That's multiplied by root x, which is u, and the dx becomes 2u du. And that is then the same thing as the integral of 4 over, so these two u's cancel, and we're left with 4 over u squared minus 4, which is the same thing as, using the difference of two squares, 4 over u minus 2, u plus 2. And now we can use partial fractions. So 4 over what we have is the same thing as a over u minus 2 plus b over u plus 2. Make a common denominator. So that common denominator would just be u minus 2, u plus 2. So we'd have to times this fraction top and bottom by u plus 2, and top and bottom of this fraction by u minus 2. Denominators then cancel, and we're left with this. And now we can let u to be equal to different numbers to make these brackets 0. So we can start with u being equal to 2, that makes this bracket 0. And then so we end up with 4 is equal to a times 2 plus 2, so 4. This bracket is 0, so that term goes away. And then we end up with a is 1. We can also use u is equal to minus 2 to make this bracket 0. This bracket here would then become minus 4. So this becomes 4 is equal to b times minus 4. B is then minus 1. So we rewrote what we have here as this, which is this. So this integral can be then rewritten as a over u minus 2. So it's the integral of a over u minus 2, so 1 over u minus 2, plus b over u plus 2. So b is minus 1, so that second fraction becomes minus 1 over u plus 2. And now we can integrate. The integral of 1 over u minus 2 is ln u minus 2, and the integral of this is minus ln u plus 2. No corrective factors are needed in front, because these two things will just differentiate exactly to make what we have here and here. We can then use the division rule. This becomes ln of u minus 2 over u plus 2. And then we can replace the u back with root x to then get our final answer, which would be ln of root x minus 2 over root x plus 2 plus c.